Who in the world regrets the most for not buying the J-10C fighter jet? Let's have a guess. I feel that it must be Serbia. At the beginning, it seemed almost certain that Serbia would buy the J-10C. In the end, unexpectedly, France swooped in and stole the deal. On February 5 this year, Serbia gave up on the J-10C and instead imported 12 Rafale fighter jets from France. They are really expensive. Each one costs over $200 million. Just think about it. This mediocre Rafale can be sold at such a high price. But there's nothing that can be done about it. After all, its parameters are really appealing. The empty weight of the Rafale fighter jet is 9 tons. Just look at this small aircraft. However, the French Air Force's requirement for it is that it must be able to carry weapons weighing 6 tons. Indeed, the Dassault company has really managed to achieve this. Moreover, it has equipped the Rafale with an electronic warfare system and a stealth coating. In addition, it has also installed an active electronically scanned array radar. Therefore, it's not an exaggeration for France to claim that the Rafale is a 4.5 generation fighter jet. It has been publicized that it's invincible against aircraft below the 5th generation and can engage in a one-for-one exchange with 5th generation aircraft. Judging from the Rafale's data, coupled with the long-term indoctrination of the idea that Western technology is superior by the media, without having gone through actual combat, if I were in that situation, I would also choose the Rafale fighter jet. But what can we be certain of now? At least 3 Rafale fighter jets have been shot down by the PL-15 missiles fired by Pakistan's J-10C. Photos of the wreckage of the Rafale and the PL-15 have been made public. This is something that India can't deny. Just keeping silent or not admitting it doesn't mean it didn't happen, right? So, judging from the actual combat results, the Rafale simply can't defeat the J-10C. It's worth mentioning that there are 6 other aircraft that are even more powerful than the J-10C, such as the J-15, J-16, J-20, J-35, and J-50. Do you think Serbia regrets it now? Moreover, the 12 Rafale fighter jets that it ordered haven't been delivered yet and are still in production. They were ordered in February this year, and it will probably take 2 or 3 years to receive them. The problem is that by the time they arrive, they will already be outdated. I estimate that the Dassault company is likely to face the risk of Serbia returning the goods. If the products are no good, why should Serbia buy them? However, it can be predicted that if Serbia wants to come back and buy China's J-10C, it definitely won't be at the previous price. After all, judging from the India-Pakistan conflict, the orders for the J-10C will surely exceed the supply. So, the price will naturally go up, which is determined by the market rules. And there's Saudi Arabia. They were hesitating before. They were wondering whether to buy American fighter jets, Chinese fighter jets, or the French Rafale. Well, now there's no need to hesitate. After all, actual combat is the most persuasive, right? Take Egypt for example. It originally planned to buy China's J-10C and the 2-seat J-10S. Judging from this India-Pakistan air battle, it's almost certain that they will make the purchase. Since the model has the suffix S, its electronic warfare capability is bound to be stronger. With 2 people on board, one of them can be specifically in charge of electronic warfare. It can be used to counter Israel's F-35 stealth fighter jets. Or the person in the rear can control unmanned loyal wingmen. So, in my opinion, the 2-seat J-10S is really remarkable. As for why the J-10C was able to defeat the Rafale this time, many people have this question, right? Let me sort it out for everyone. There are several points. The first point is that the radar of the J-10C is very powerful. The J-10CS received by Pakistan are equipped with upgraded radars, and their detection range exceeds 300 kilometers. In contrast, the detection range of the Rafale is only 150 kilometers. So the J-10C can definitely detect the enemy first. In an air battle, the most important thing is that you have to be able to see the target first. You can't rely on your naked eyes to detect enemy aircraft like in World War II, right? The second point is that the warning radar of Pakistan is very powerful. Why do I say so? 2 Rafale fighter jets were shot down within India's airspace. That is to say, as soon as the Rafale took off, It was detected by Pakistan's warning radar, and then the J-10C was dispatched to intercept it, right? Finally. The PL-15 air-to-air missile carried by the J-10C has a range of more than 150 kilometers and a speed of more than Mach 5. It can hit farther and faster than the Meteor air-to-air missile carried by the Rafale. The Meteor air-to-air missile is probably similar to the American AIM-120, both with a range of about 120 kilometers. It is not ruled out that it may be the American AIM-120 missile, just with a different name. So the Meteor air-to-air missile doesn't have an advantage in range compared to the PL-15. It is worth mentioning that the PL-15 is a fire and forget missile. So, no matter how good the performance of the Rafale is, it can't escape. Secondly, it is said that the Rafale used electronic interference against the PL-15 in an attempt to get rid of the lock of the PL-15. However, the PL-15 has strong anti-interference capabilities and can keep chasing the engine of the Rafale. That's why, as soon as the Indian Rafale took off and hadn't even flown out of India's territory, it was shot down by the J-10C.